Howdy folks, welcome to Katie Phillips Scrapbook Designs. I'm Katie, and today we're not going to be doing anything in a mini album. We're going to talk about 5 mini album cover mistakes and how to prevent them. Right. Mistake number 1 is a cracked spine. The easiest way to prevent spine cracking, if you're going to use paper for your spine, is to move your chipboard at least like 1/8 to 3/16 of an inch apart. This spine cracking, I deliberately created this album to be just an album cover of mess ups, and this cracking was caused by the chipboard being too close together. And when I went to fold it, the paper was just stressed too much and it cracked. There are other materials out there that are less prone to cracking, like Tyvek. There's some specific bookbinding materials that you can purchase on Amazon. I don't have any experience with those, so I can't really speak to their effectiveness. Mistake number 2 is when wrapping the cover around the inside of the corners, straight mitering across the corner here. That results in a situation like this where you can see the chipboard all the way across. The way to prevent this from happening is to do what I call a shallow miter, which is a miter that's less than 180 degrees. So 180 degrees is straight across. A shallow miter might be something like 60 degrees. So you would cut in from this angle and from this angle, and I am planning to do a in-depth tutorial on how to create an album cover step by step in the future. Mistake number 3 when wrapping the album cover is cutting the corner too close. You really want to get at least 1/8 of an inch. I try to get closer to like 3/16 of an inch away from this corner. You don't want to cut all the way up to that corner, or you'll end up with this situation where you've got good coverage right here because this was shallow mitered, but this cover here isn't covered and your mat is not going to come up to the cover. Mistake number 4. This one might be a little bit hard to see. This corner right here is sticking out just a little bit, and that's because it wasn't tucked in. The way to prevent that from happening is to tuck in your corners. And the 5th mistake that I have made most often, and that seems to be the most common, is bubbling here in the spine, especially where there's a lot of flexing going on and the paper is under tension. You get situations like this where the paper pulls away from the chipboard. The way to prevent this from happening is to make sure that your adhesive, whatever adhesive you're using, goes all the way to the edge of the chipboard on both sides of the gap. In this case, on this side, there's no bubbling because on both sides of the gap, I put down double-sided tape all the way from edge to edge. And the bonus mistake. It's not causing any issues at this point, but when you're talking about a mini album, especially one that, if it gets looked at often, is constantly being opened and closed, there's a lot of stress being put on the cover. You probably don't want the seam between papers to be this close to the spine. You probably want this to be over probably another 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch, maybe even further if you can. I try to avoid getting this seam within less than like 1.5 inches. And the reason being for that is that with the constant opening and closing and stress on it, this could pull apart. If you like this video, if you found it helpful, please like this video. It really helps the channel out. If you'd like to see more mini album related content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I release new mini album related videos every Friday and Tuesday. And if you have any questions, leave me a comment in the comment section down below. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.